it was not obvious giving the instructions exactly how this sway bar here, the anti-roll bar, should be mounted. But I've looked at a lot of YouTube videos and this is the best I could understand it. There are tons of different variations of these anti-roll bars. But but I think this is correct for this one at least. So, I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't recommend this sway bar to anyone. There are so many trouble points here and so many special solutions I've been forced to do. For here, for example, I have large washers on each side. That's large enough to sit on top of the inner sleeves. So you can see I can actually move them around here. So they are not really working here because what you tighten up is the inner sleeve. But the thing is, as you tighten up the inner sleeve, at least for this one, you are able to not tighten it as hard as I have a nylon lock here. But on this side, there's no nylon lock. So in order to make it fit, you need to tighten it quite hard. That means you tighten up the inner sleeve, which means that the inner sleeve will not be able to move. And as the rubber is quite hard, the outer sleeve will actually move around inside the link here. So you definitely have some friction here, and I mean, after time it will wear and tear. So it will become loose. And for this one, it's not rubber mounted at all, so it's just metal on metal. What you do here is that you mount it so far out you possibly can, because you need to have the nuts free enough on each side here so you can tighten it up. So it really doesn't feel like the best solution. And as it's mounted right now, I have raised the suspension pretty much maximum according to these high-lows. Not really maximum maybe, but definitely higher than it will be later on. And now you get a quite nice 90-degree angle, almost at least. But if you lower it, the angle will vary quite a lot. So a lot of different forces in different directions. So I can imagine a sway bar where you have the actual anti-roll bar here on the other side. On the front side of the subframe will be much better off. But I will keep it as it is right now, and I definitely don't feel so secure about this installation. It feels like something can come off once you get the vehicle out on the road for just a few hundred meters maybe. So I will definitely keep an eye on these parts, but now it's time to mount the other side here. So I've lined it up pretty much somewhere here it will be, so I will have to drill these holes and screw it in place. And on these as well, I've chosen to add this captive washer here as well, so it won't undo itself. Forgot this one. And add some grease here as well. Once that is in place, I can drill the other one to the correct size. So it definitely moves at least. So not too bad. It will be really exciting to see if you can feel any difference while actually riding. The inner sleeve is not very tight here. It actually moves with quite little effort. So I'm thinking that I can mount a bushing here, or a washer in between here, and that will actually disable this drop link from moving over the nut. I think the washer here is actually the perfect size because it goes over the inner sleeve and just sits here against the rubber